Cracking gang. Been meaning to do this one for a while. This is a doozy, so strap yourself in. Actually glad I didn't make this video because the second part is really important and I wouldn't have included that, so get ready for that. Now, we all know about boundaries. It's totally hot right now, having boundaries, because everyone's a victim of narcissistic abuse, and actually codependency is a lot more common. Here we go. The thing with stating a boundary is it's a 4-part process. This particular model I've been workshopping for quite a while now, and it's totally working, and people are like, so try it on. 4-step process. Step 1, calmly state boundary. Having identified the pain point, the thing that triggers you or makes you feel deeply uncomfortable, you say to whoever is relevant, look, I'm trying this new thing. It's not your fault. I'm not attacking you. I just need you to know that when this happens, I feel like that. When this happens, I feel like that. And we have to use I statements. If you go, you do this because you're a dick, people get offended, right? And then they shut down and they're not listening, and they're definitely not going behavioral change. So we say, I feel this when this happens. When this happens, I feel. And they'll probably be already a bit uncomfortable because you're having an intense conversation. So try to keep it light, try to keep it calm and assertive, right? So step 2 is the squirm, okay? Step 2 is when they go, but I'm pretty sure it's your fault. And, you know, if you're trying to limit my freedom because of your feelings, well, that's hardly fair. You know, there's going to be some little kickback. You got to expect the squirm. I kind of smile a little bit now. I'm like trying to hide the smile because I'm expecting the squirm. And when the squirm happens, step 3 is exactly the same as step 1. Calmly and assertively state your boundary in exactly the same tone you did the first time. Because the squirm is a definite risk of escalation. They're kicking off emotionally. Like, well, you know, are you sure that I have to do anything differently? It's like, you know, this tension from you trying to enforce a rule out of nowhere. You know, they're not expecting the rule. They might have suspected something was wrong, and you've sat them down and gone, look, I need to talk to you, or made a big deal out of it. And so they're already a bit nervous, and then they go, well, are you sure you want to take my freedom? And you calmly and assertively restate the boundary in exactly the same way. When this happens, I feel fear. When this happens, I feel depressed. When this happens, I feel anxious. Just say it again, the same way, the same level. Because we don't want it to turn into a fight. We don't want it to escalate, and then no one feels heard, no one feels understood, no one gets what they need. The other person's offended. You're like, every time I open up, I get shut down. Vulnerability is a lie, you know, and we all end up wounded from things escalating. It's how homicide happens. It's not nutcases going around killing people. It's a lot of the time it's someone who's very uneducated getting offended. That's the stats on that, okay? Step 4. They'll usually go, yeah, okay, I guess, like, that makes sense to me because, you know, in the past I felt anxious when that happened, blah, blah, blah. So step 4 is like, there'll be a kind of an empathy when it settles, okay? Or sympathy at least, you know? Like, all right, that sounds like it sucks. You know, there'll be some kind of the opposite of a squirm. It's like, okay, fine. So, the difference between doing and saying boundaries. And, you know, I've kind of struggled with this myself because of my codependency and that. And if 2 people want the opposite thing, I'll usually just give in because I'm retarded like that. And I've been working on it. And, you know, if you say a boundary and they go, yeah, all right, I get it. And they try, and then they want the opposite thing at a time where you need the thing that you ask for. If you're a bit codependent like me, or highly agreeable like a lot of people, you might give in. The difference between saying and then getting it and actually doing it is your body remembering it, somatic memory, expecting that this is the way that things are, expecting this is how things go from now on. So in doing that, in actually acting out the boundary, you need the help of the person who you've asked for. So in that step 4 bit with the empathy and stuff, you might need to ask them, like, look, I need help doing this. I haven't done this before. Like, I actually don't understand how this works. If I don't give you your way, I don't know how to do that. But I'm telling you, I need your help to make a new pattern where I don't feel anxious, where I don't feel fear, where I don't get frustrated and angry, where I don't feel miserable and sad and lonely at the end of this. So next time this happens and you take my portion and I say, hey, remember, I need you to go, good on you, buddy. You're enforcing your boundaries so that you feel safe. And asking for that help is very different to accusing someone of making you feel bad. It's a very different game. It's nice graffiti. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, calm and assertively state boundary. 2, the squirm, expect the kickback. Try not to get upset about it because you're expecting it. Try to react calmly and assertively for step 3. Restate boundary calmly. And step 4, there'll be a little bit of an empathy thing. Do you think you can help me? Do you think you can reward me? Like, oh, good on you, buddy, you stuck to your guns. Oh, good on you, buddy, you didn't let yourself get resentful and hardly done by and then start an argument a week later after the fact, you know. Like, get them to support you in the process of actually carrying it out and actually doing it. Not just saying it and then it's like, yeah, I know, but, you know, but I'm just going to do the opposite of what you said, you know. It's like, we need support in enforcing and acting out the boundaries, all right? So if that person can't help you and they won't help you, maybe that's not a safe person. Maybe that's someone that you can't hang around anymore. And you might have to say that to them. Go, look, this relationship's been really difficult for me. I don't know if there's anything you need to get off your chest that's making it difficult, that you're harboring something that I'm willing to listen to right now, but I might just have to, like, drift away and take care of myself because this is hurting me. This relationship's hurting me, you know? Anyway, I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope the 4-step process works anyway. So, boundary calmly, squirm, boundary calmly, and then some kind of like, yeah, okay, we all understand each other. Nice and peaceful and calm, and hopefully they'll reward you for enforcing your boundary. Hopefully. Doing it. See ya.